Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski, and today we are on episode 11, season 3 of Road to PokeMMO, a series where we build a main account from scratch in PokeMMO in the year 2022 to see all the developments, see all the things you need to gather up, an HM friend, all the account progress, all the gyms, all the Elite Fours, all the gym runs, etc., etc. And today we're on our road to 10 million Pokeyen in season 3, focusing on the Hoenn region majority-wise, but currently we're in the Unova region and doing Kanto stuff and kind of making Pokeyen. We're focusing on making Pokeyen, and I'm going to go ahead and start that by just going to go do a gym run today. But first, I wanted to say hello. I wanted to ask how you guys are doing today. Let me know in the comments down below. But we're going to be focusing on leveling up our Meowth. That is what we were working on from last episode because I want to make a payday Pokemon that is crucial right now because, in my opinion, it is probably the worst time to be breeding or making Pokemon or making good IV mons to sell for Pokeyen since it is in one of the down times of the PokeMMO economy. Not a bad thing. It's not like trajectory downwards, but it's essentially just a time where things are a little slower because we are in between two very hype things. We are in between the summertime and 10-year anniversary event and in between event season alongside Halloween events, Christmas event, etc., etc. I talked about that a little more in detail in the last episode, but for now, let's go ahead and find ways to make some pure Pokeyen. Let's go ahead and do our gym run. If you find yourself enjoying the journey alongside my cool duder account and like seeing the progress, consider liking the video or subscribing to the channel for daily PokeMMO content. It's appreciated, helps me continue this beautiful journey. So thank you all so much for your time. Let's go ahead and get started on making that progress, making that a Pokeyen. Alright, please do keep in mind our starting Pokeyen this episode is 470k after the purchase of the amulet coin, so let's go ahead and pop that and get started. Alright, I finished the gym run, or at least what I did with it. I believe I defeated Morimoto, I did a bunch of trainers. We're up to, wow, 687k Pokeyen, looking pretty solid there. I also want to go ahead and collect the spoils from last episode. I want to go to the GTL and collect the 66k we got from those couple of flame orbs that we got during that farming session. Sell those off, put us up to 750k. That is awesome. I think 1 million Pokeyen might be the milestone that I'm shooting for, to where once I reach that, I will go back to the Hoenn region and actually finish up the storyline and then focus on completing that and getting access to the Ditto farm. That's something that I can't wait enough for, guys. I can't wait enough to start farming Dittos. I think that'll be such a huge just turning point and fun point throughout this challenge, and that'll be a fun time. Thankfully, I've also been able to avoid, somehow, I've been able to avoid evolving this Meowth. I'm really scared it's going to happen. There's been some really close calls, but thankfully, this thing's level 54, still a ton of levels to go with remembering to not evolve it. So let's see how we get our way there. Alright, you know what I think? I think it's time to do some limit testing. What I'm going to go ahead and do right now is I'm going to move my Meowth up to this slot. I'm going to give it a choice band, and I'm going to try. I know that's not going to work. I want to preface, I know this isn't going to work, but I want to test it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to payday the Pokemon in this location in Undella Bay. I've been wanting to practice paydaying here for a while now to do a good video about that. This Wingull is probably not going to be the best example. I'm not sure. I know people will spend time actually fishing here. I have pickup correct, not technician. So let's just check this damage, I guess. 86, honestly a lot better than I expected. A lot closer to killing than I expected. That's not too bad. I'm going to have to actually do a Super Rod fish and see what you actually encounter here, because that's what I really need to check. So we'll do that in a quick sec. We did pick up a quick star piece there, though. I can sell that for some extra Pokeyen, always nice. So here's what an Undella Town Super Rod fish looks like, a level 38 love disc. Let's go check out the Undella Bay. I think that's actually where people payday, if I'm not mistaken. When people talk about paydaying at Undella, I believe they're talking about the bay, not the town, but I know the Pokemon you'll encounter there are slightly different. Yeah, you can see this huge line of people here, and you can see if I fish here, I'm in Undella Bay, but if I come over here, it'll change. Oh, sorry, excuse me. So I'm on Undella Bay. If I come here, there, that's the benchmark, I guess. So here, if I'm standing here, I'm in Undella Town, as you can see in the top left. But if I move over a couple squares, Undella Bay. That is very important. So that'll give you different encounters of Pokemon. So let's try to fish here at Undella Bay. People have been asking me to test this location for a while now. I'm a huge fan of Dragon Spiral Tower, but I'd love to test this location as well. We encounter a Remoraid. I'm not even sure exactly what all the Pokemon that are here. So be fun to test that out. Let's go ahead and payday. Check the damage. 78%. Honestly, I'm a lot closer to one-shotting these things than I expected. That's actually a really good sign. This is going to take me out with a Hyper Beam. That's a really good sign. That means that I'm going to go ahead and start doing some discharge farming with my Jolteon. And essentially, I'm going to allow myself to be able to level up this Meowth to where it can one-shot these things. And I'm going to try some payday farming here. I think that'll be a fun time. So, I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and catch this Remoraid. Why not? Let's go ahead and add to the Pokedex while we're doing this. Alright, went ahead and caught the Remoraid. Let's check the stats. Anything... What the fuck? Wow. Holy. Wow, I didn't expect that. That is... What the fuck? I hadn't even checked the stats yet. That is the first... Wow, just a random Remoraid I catch. Are you kidding me? That is the first 3x31 I have seen in a really long time. That's hysterical. Talk about a crazy catch. That's just nuts. That's just nuts. It's been a really long time. It's been a very, very long time. Wow. These are really fucking rare, if you don't know. That is really fucking cool to see. Let's go ahead and price check it. Looks like that'll be around 120k. There's a very comparable one here listed. Very, very comparable one, actually, listed here. It is Jolly Nature, which is actually really good. But yeah, 120k. That's Water B age group. Here is the Water A age group. It's in both of these, which is why you see this person's listing. He also has a Remoraid, but that's nuts. That's really, really cool. I just totally didn't expect that. Haven't seen one in a long time. That's what a random catch. That's so sick. That's so fucking cool. But anyways, let's go ahead and I gotta go heal up. Let's go heal up the Meowth. Let's get some XP share on it, and let's get back to let's level this Meowth up and get ready to payday. Honestly, since we're healing anyway, let's just go ahead and list the Remoraid. I'm just gonna put it up for 118k or 118,999, so that'll be perfect. Let's do it at 118,999. There you go. I'll let you guys know when that sells, and hopefully we can reach maybe 1 mil this episode. It's really, really possible. It is super possible to reach 1 mil this episode. Let's see if we can do it. I'm going to be hoarding specifically Pelipper in this location, just because there's a slight difference. You can either get a Pelipper or a Mantine, and I think I prefer Shiny Pelipper. I actually like Shiny Mantine a decent amount as well. This is just in case. Both are going to give you around the same amount of XP, so it's essentially, if you want to XP train here, really just choose whichever Shiny you prefer. That's the best way to do it. Started this journey with Meowth at level 54. Here comes level 70. We're also up to 14,670 encounters. Keep going. Just hit level 80 on the Meowth and also 15,000 encounters at the exact same time. So pretty nice. Things are looking really slow though from this point on. Leveling is getting tough. I will see you guys with some progress. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I think my brain fried, because here we're hitting level 81 on Meowth. I think my brain fried from all this, decent bit of leveling. Not a crazy amount, but a decent bit of leveling back to back to back. But I forgot, the entire point of why I was leveling Meowth was that so I could give it a choice band and start paydaying with it. If I was gonna do that, why did I go all the way to level 81? Doesn't really make any sense. I think I kind of just got caught up in the hordes. It's nice to I don't do ×5 hordes very often nowadays. On my main account, I pretty much do gym runs and then do payday fishing at Dragon Spiral Tower. So I'm not used to that. I haven't done hordes in a long time. I got really sucked into it. I really enjoy it. I pretty much only do hordes on this account. But let's go ahead and see. Let's start testing. This was on level 36. This was very low level. Not the best test, but let's go ahead and start testing at some pickup payday spots and see what we can do. See if there's any sort of level Remoraid or any sort of level anything that we can't kill. I might want to go hit up Basculin / Stratini. I might hit up the Dragon Spiral Tower spot as well, just to test my damage to see if I actually can one-shot them. This was level 54. Let's test this. There we go. 100%. Easy peasy. Okay. I'm just going to roll with this then. I'm going to mark my starting Pokeyen as around 750k. Let's go. I'll try to notice any notable pickup items. I don't know what pickup items are actually available here, so I will have to kind of keep track of that and just learn the spot a little bit. So we're going to be testing a little bit of methods together, guys. So there's also Shelter here. That's my first time seeing that. Now, that's cool because I love Shiny Shelter, but at the same time, these things have a really high defense stat, so I'm scared to see the damage roll here. Whew, okay. Really surprised I was able to one-shot that. I know Cloyster has, this thing, 100 base defense is really high, even on like a Pokemon like Shelter. That's, 30 HP, I guess, to be fair, but Mystic Water, we do see our first item. Let's go ahead and keep testing. Alright, so there are some actual Shelters that I do have difficulty killing. As you can see here, I did 83% damage, but that's honestly not too bad by any means. I might even just go ahead and try to catch this thing for fun, but they only return very, very little to damage to me. As you can see, 19% here from the Ice Beam. So even if I don't one-shot the Shelders, I do lose a little bit of time, which is unfortunate, having to, hit them with 2 moves, but not the worst thing in the world. Go ahead and catch this one. Honestly, I kind of want to mark this as noted just because it has the nature that someone could. I think this is an egg group breeder. I'd mark it as noted just because it has the nature. If it didn't have nature, it is 4 times 20 plus across. You can maybe sell it for something, but the special attack's a little low at 20. Not the best, but I think the nature makes it worth at least something, maybe 10k or so. We'll see at some point. Well, I know I just spent all this time gathering all the resources and building up this Meowth, but you know what? I really want to go shiny hunt. So you know what? I'm going to go shiny hunt. I'm going to go back to that method that I used in the previous video, shiny hunting Heatmore and making some money through Frisk and thieving flame orbs. So I'll see you guys after a little bit of shiny hunting and some farming. Alright, it's been a while since the last clip. We're now up to 16k encounters, I guess slightly over, and we had some decent stuff sell on the GTL, so I want to go ahead and pick that up. I'll show you guys all the progress. We do have to relist this Crawdon, that'll be important, but 240ks plus a 120, so looking at around, what is that, 200k profit, looking awesome. Go ahead and pick it up. See what it looks like. 200k around 955k, so we are almost at that 1 mil milestone, which I really wanted to reach this episode. So we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna go ahead and relist this Crawdon. That will be pretty important, so let's go ahead and put something away and get ready to relist that. Alright, this Crawdon was listed for 55k for a while, but it is sassy nature, so it's really only going to be usable in a Trick Room team, but it's also 26 speed. I'm just going to lower it to like 40k. I think it's a pretty niche, pretty obscure like Crawdon build. Obviously I got it for, or made it for really, really, really cheap. But maybe someone will be willing to buy it for around 40k. Not the craziest margins, but still, I probably bought it for around 5 to 10k if I remember correctly. So still like a really nice margin of like 30k or so. Plus I get encounters and get those horde numbers up and everything. So I definitely will take it. Alright, I wanted to record this clip before I even checked the GTL to really show you guys how common this can happen. But I'm going to attempt to check the GTL and see if there's any Dittos that I can flip. You can really flip Dittos pretty consistently because what happens is people will list them only as their 31 IV price. Let's say like this Ditto has 31 speed, but then it also has a ton of other stats going on. This one's pretty accurately priced, even though it does have 25 plus HP and attack. The special attack stat doesn't really matter. Like you could arguably flip that for a little more, but I'm not going to touch it. But essentially, sometimes you can find Dittos with other stats going on that people don't really either know how to calculate or something of the sort. So I'm going to go ahead and just try to find some nice Ditto prices, and I'll show you guys what I come back with. Alright, so I already found a really good example. It's not going to be the craziest Ditto flip, but we see a 13k here, and then the next cheapest one is 29k. This one's been listed for 1 day. This one's only listed for 1 hour. So this might be a little high, but this is definitely far too low. And I'll show you guys the stats I ended up looking up to find this. So 31 HP, 20 plus defenses and speed, and then 25 plus special attack. Found me this Ditto that is 31 HP. And then obviously 25 plus on a lot of these stats, 20 plus on a lot of those stats, versus this one, which is pretty freaking similar, but a lot more expensive. This one's been listed. It's usually a good deal when it's been listed for a short amount of time. That's a really good giveaway sign that it's kind of probably underlisted. So I'm actually going to pick that thing up and probably relist it for around 25k or so, and that should sell pretty well. Alright, here I am listing the Ditto for 25k. Once again, not a huge flip. I'll probably only make around 12k or 10k or something like that off that after the listing fee and everything, but it's important to look out for that sort of thing. And I want to show off every type of money making method possible in this sort of series. So even stuff like flips, how to do it. Like, oh, this is a really nice, I'm actually going to go ahead and pick that up. Nidoqueen. As I'm talking about it, I might not flip this, but I might just go ahead and train this, like EV train this up. The EVs are a little screwed up though, so maybe I will just sell it because EV training it's going to be a little complicated after that. But this was 5k for Nidoqueen with 20 plus across and everything. That's really honestly 25 plus in pretty. Yeah, I didn't even realize it's actually 25 plus in every stat plus but defense, which I did not realize. That is actually quite a good Nidoqueen. I wonder if that's worth. It is serious nature, obviously, but that is a pretty fantastic buy for 5k. I'm going to go ahead and check to see if it's worth to sell or if it's worth to actually just EV train up and take the time with and everything. There's also this Rotom here. It just got listed. Someone might have already sniped it. I'm going to try to buy it. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if this is a snipe or not. I probably should have tried to buy it a little faster. This is a tough call. I think this is a snipe, especially since its moveset so well. This is a weird Rotom to try to deal with, I guess, when you're sniping, because it's a timid Rotom and it has Trick. So it wants high speed, but it doesn't have it. It has every stat that it needs. 30 plus is, I probably should have got this. It's still a really good snipe, but it's just a weird thing to deal with sort of situation. Like, This probably would have been a good snipe, but it would have been a while to sell, I guess. But that was tempting. I probably should have picked that up. It's tough. Whenever you're making these snipe calls and judgment calls, it's honestly better, in my opinion, from my experience, it's better to miss out. Don't be afraid of the FOMO. It's better to miss out on good snipes, honestly, in my opinion, versus actually just risking it and going for it. I think it's better to just play it safe, play it smart, and sometimes you'll miss some good snipes, but when you do get a snipe, it'll be guaranteed. Okay, I'm not going to lie, this Nidoqueen is definitely putting me in an awkward situation. I think I am going to have to de-EV it. A really comparable Nidoqueen that I see on the GTL is this one, which is obviously a lot better than mine, but it's also way overpriced and hasn't sold for 8 days. I don't see it selling for that price. I think I am going to go ahead and I'm going to have to EV this, I think. I bought it for 5K. What I'm going to do is I'm going to strategically de-EV it, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of the attack EVs, and that might be it. I might just keep all the other EVs and maybe clean them up and make it look kind of calculated, and maybe someone will think that I specifically EV'd it to, perfectly tank a Nidoking Earthquake at this HP and like yada yada yada. Sometimes people will think that, and some people will just expect it without actually calculating it for themselves, which is a big deal. So I'm gonna go ahead, I guess, and head over to pick up the berries. I guess I'll buy the GTL. On the GTL, I'm going to look for the berries that de-EV attack, and this will be a good little, I guess, training or learning experience if you don't know how to de-EV a Pokemon. I'll show you right now. Alright, so to de-EV a Pokemon, you need to pick up the correct berries that correspond to the correct EV, and then they will subtract -10 from each EV. So I need to subtract 10 attack EVs, or 5 attack EVs, 50 attack EVs, excuse me, which means 5 of these berries. So only 4K, actually a lot cheaper than I expected, which is super, super nice. You need to understand which berry you need. It's kind of complicated because obviously you just can't find it super easily. Well, you can, but not in game. I have a video talking about it, as well as, let's see, so this should do it correctly. Let's double check. I have a video talking about it and a video showing the list. Let's see, use, perfect, there we go, nice. I have a video talking about it and a video showing the list, as well as if you just Google PokeMMO EV training guide, and if you go to the forums and you find, I believe it's Akshit is his name, Akshit's guide on EV training, it's really, really incredible. It's been a really important resource for the PokeMMO community for a long time, and at the very bottom of the EV training guide, he has a list that shows all the de-EVing berries. So that is very important to keep in mind and know about. Now, I want to make sure all of these EVs are divisible by 4. That'll be really, really important. So I think I need 1 more HP EV, I believe, 1 more special attack EV, and then I'll just finish it off by, I'll probably just max, I guess I could probably keep it like this, because what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to max EV train it in HP and special attack. That'll probably be the way to do it. Yeah, I think so. So I think that'll be the plan. So I'm just gonna honestly just chuck it in the PC, I guess, for now, and I'll deal with that another time. We will EV train that another time. These guys still need to be leveled. So I'll EV that. I'll EV train that some other time, and I'm gonna go ahead and just head back to. I think just head back to farming the flame orbs and everything. I'll check my footage, check how much time I have, and check how much more. I guess I do want to make 1 mil Pokeyen before the end of this video, so that will be crucial. So yeah, I'm gonna work towards that. How many flame orbs do we have? We actually have gotten a couple. We have 10. Oh, that's way more than I expected. Maybe we're just there. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and list these flame orbs, and maybe we'll be able to reach 1 mil. That'd be awesome. All right, the flame orbs have been listed for around 8,800 a piece. Let's see how long it takes for them to sell, and hopefully we can reach that 1 mil Pokeyen really soon. I'm gonna go back to farming though, since we're just gonna wait anyway. Might as well get some encounters, get some shiny hunting in. It's a fun time. All right, speaking of snipes, hopefully that's still just missed it. This Ditto for 8K, 31 attack, 25 plus in speeds and attacks, 20 plus. A little too slow on it. Made sure I wanted to click the record button, but that was on me. I probably should have just sniped it and then recorded it and showed you guys after, but I guess it's a learning lesson. I'll try to get some more snipes. It's fun to just like occasionally look through the GTL and just browse through stuff. If you're tired of grinding, take a break and grind in different ways. I think one of the most important things in PokeMMO or any sort of MMO is that to not burn out or to not, I guess, fry your brain too much. You definitely want to switch it up. Try to remember. That's tempting, but I don't want to. I'm just a small flip. You want to, I like switching up activities. Like what I really like doing, especially when I shiny hunt and stuff, I like switching it up between multiple spots. I'm not going to lie, sitting at just this Heatmore spot is kind of driving me a little crazy. I do want to start switching it up and kind of preparing other shinies that I might want to hunt on this account. I do want to focus towards profit, obviously, in this series, but I like shiny hunting. It's good to take a break from things, and obviously this Heatmore spot is fantastic because I can make some really decent money per hour while also shiny hunting. But I would love to find either an alternative spot or just shiny hunt in a different spot, take a little bit of a break. we'll see where things go. Currently sitting at 925k. I am waiting for these flame orbs to sell, and we should be reaching 1 mil Poke in this episode. I'm going to go ahead and get back to some of the shiny hunting though. We're at 16,400 encounters. All right, now I know that I'm not at quite at 1 mil yet, but I think here's the plan. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and call it, because I think next episode I'll be able to load up, find that my flame orbs have sold. I went ahead and listed a few more, as you can see. So I have 6 here and 3 here, both for 8,800 a piece, obviously both listings. So I'll load up, log in, collect that Pokeyen that will inevitably sell. We'll hit 1 million Pokeyen, and then we could head back to the Hoenn region and pick up where we left off in that storyline. I think that'll be a fun little transition. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, let me know by hitting the like button, or if you didn't, dislike, that's totally okay as well. Let me know feedback and stuff, money making methods you guys want to see. Let me know in the comments down below. Consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see daily PokeMMO content or keep up with this series specifically. There's also a Discord link down below to see whenever I upload as soon as possible, or whenever I'm live streaming here on YouTube Monday through Thursday at around 12 p.m. ET. Actually about to go live really soon as we speak. And then if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel and allow me to keep making the content that I do every single day, supporting via YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, or most importantly PayPal or Venmo does help out a ton and allows me to continue, creating the best content I possibly can and try to help people enjoy PokeMMO. So thank you all so much for watching. I truly appreciate your time, and I'm super honored. Have a great day, and I will see you guys later. Peace. Hey, if you're seeing this clip, that means you watched the entire video, and thank you. From the bottom of my heart, that means a lot. And this clip is used to say thank you so much to any of those who go above and beyond, any YouTube members, Twitch primers, Twitch subs, Patreon, whatever you may do to support the channel. It's appreciated, and your name is here. Thank you all so much, and have a great day.